Some 60 marchers gathered along Sleepy Hole Road this morning to picket the entrance to the Navy's transmitter site in the Suffolk community of Driver. Their signs expressed their anger over Norfolk drilling wells on the Navy's property. Residents say high-volume pumping, once the wells are constructed, could cause their own private wells to run dry.
We want our water. We want to keep our water that we've got in the ground. I have just sunk a well 2 months ago at 555 feet at $5,000. That come mighty hard to save. And I don't want the Navy to take my water, and I don't want Norfolk to take it.
We want Norfolk to have water, but we feel like that Norfolk is really doesn't have a shortage of water. This is another, I think, a political move for some of the people in Norfolk, but the water we have, we want to keep it.
Those lakes that are shown on TV, they're not because of shortage of water. They've pumped those lakes dry and put them in other lakes. And it's just not right. They're coming in here, going to take our water, do it sneak-wise and everything else. We didn't know about it until after the equipment was in here.
Suffolk Councilman J.W. Nelms didn't have a sign this morning, but said he fully supports the demonstration.
The Navy has allowed Norfolk to come here to drill these wells here. And particularly and primarily that they haven't even consulted the city. They've been negotiating with Norfolk and haven't even let us know a thing about it until yesterday.
Demonstrators say they're going to protest and continue to protest until Norfolk goes home, and that may well be quite a while. Ava Hurdle, Area 10 Eyewitness News, Driver.
City Council today authorized the city's attorneys to, in the interest of protecting the citizens of Suffolk, to file legal action tomorrow or no later than Wednesday morning.
The decision to sue was finalized extremely late this afternoon. Suffolk City Manager Robert House spent most of his day tracking down council members and polling them to see if they indeed wanted to pursue the legal action. Once House got the go-ahead from council, he issued a very brief statement, but would not comment in which court the suit would be filed or whether the city will sue Norfolk, the Navy, or both.
City Council today authorized the city's attorneys to, in the interest of protecting the citizens of Suffolk, to file legal action tomorrow or no later than Wednesday morning.
House says he's being purposely brief with details because he doesn't want to give the Navy nor the city of Norfolk time to react to the suit until it's officially filed in court. Mike Deason, Area 10 Eyewitness News, Suffolk. Although Norfolk is continuing drilling wells on this Navy site in Driver, lawyers for the city of Suffolk are hoping that a federal judge in Washington will issue a temporary restraining order Friday to prohibit the drilling until all the legal questions are decided. If Judge Harold Green grants the restraining order, all work on the site will come to a halt immediately, unless Norfolk or the Navy take action to have the restraining order overturned. Although neither the Navy nor Norfolk have commented on the attempt to stop the drilling, both are said to be preparing their case to counteract legal action that would stop the wells from being dug. The temporary restraining order is just a stopgap measure, though, for the city of Suffolk, until the court can consider its suit that contends drilling should be halted because the Navy, it says, entered into a secret agreement with Norfolk to drill the wells without doing proper environmental impact research. Meantime, the city of Norfolk has sent out letters to protesting residents near the drilling site explaining that funds are available to compensate homeowners whose wells run dry because of the drilling. And the letter sends out a questionnaire that concerns their use of water from their wells. Mike Deason, Area 10 Eyewitness News in the Driver section of Suffolk. Although Norfolk continues to drill on Navy property in Suffolk, city officials say more water is needed, and they're now forced to consider increasing the rationing percentage because the Army Corps of Engineers turned down the request to build a dam-like device on the Nottoway River.
So I would guess, depending on your rainfall, that we would have to consider sometime in the future tighter controls if we don't get any rain.
Kemper and other Norfolk officials are angry and upset that the Corps turned down the request, especially after the district director said less than 2 weeks ago it was imperative that the device be installed as soon as possible.
You can't wait until you're out of water to start putting it in there. The definition of an emergency is when you have to take action in advance to preclude this from occurring.
Kemper is also irritated that no one from Washington contacted the city, and he hinted off camera that the decision was politically motivated.
I would think that the district engineer, who is local here, would have a better feel for the emergency than somebody sitting in Washington.
Although officials are hesitant about increasing the water rationing percentages for fear of causing real harm to Norfolk water users, those same officials say the Corps' decision and the city's fear of running out of water may leave Norfolk no other choice. Mike Deason, Area 10 Eyewitness News, Norfolk.